It was a day that both men won't forget for numerous reasons. A hate crime was committed. Blood was shed. What they didn't realize is this attack would change their lives forever. Today we look at what happened when a former white supremacist and a man who lost his father in a hate crime decided to meet. What happened next is shocking. You're watching The Whitney Reynolds Show. Arno Michaelis was the founder of one of the world's largest racist skinhead organizations. He's opening up about his past because his life now and future are drastically different, all because of a hate crime. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Whitney. It's great to be here.
It's hard hearing and saying some of those things, racist, skinhead together. What is that like for you?
It's bizarre at times because that part of my life happened going on 3 decades ago, and I'm such a different person nowadays. But at the same time, I'm still the same human being that was involved in all that stuff. So it's far removed, yet it's part of the work I do every day.
What got you to start a racist skinhead organization?
I was really just a drunken, alcoholic teenager, angry at the world, looking for the best way to lash out. And nothing repulses people like a swastika. I think because it was so forbidden and because it so frightened people, that's what made it attractive to me.
Was there someone that took you under your wing to help build that up? Because I think founding an organization is just hard in general, but doing one that's literally rebelling against social norms is completely different.
It is. I think my friends and I all kind of fostered each other in that. We kind of supported each other. It's a weird thing. Like you have people supporting each other in a really negative way, kind of reinforcing the fear and the ignorance and the disconnect from other human beings that it requires to think like that. So we were all kind of being a mutual bad influence on each other is a good way to say it.
And for our viewers that don't really understand, what would a day in your life look like?
It was...
And give us an extreme example.
Yeah. My buddies and I would get like rip-roaring drunk and we'd go out on the streets and we'd find somebody to attack. And it was just like a target of opportunity. Obviously, it was like a busy street and there's a lot of people around. The potential for police to be there right away, that wasn't what we were looking for. We were looking for somebody who's isolated. And we would attack people because of the color of their skin, or because we thought they were gay, or because we thought they were Jewish. And more often than not, we'd attack like Joe White guy, and then afterwards kind of spin it to make it sound justified.
So you were kind of just in attack mode in general.
It was a bunch of like broken, hurting kids who didn't know how to heal, didn't know how to process the trauma they'd been through, and were lashing out at the world because of it.
Did this ever land you in jail?
I've been arrested many times.
Okay.
Spent a lot of weekends in jails. The longest I ever sat in jail was for a couple weeks in Cincinnati. I was never incarcerated, never caught a felony case. A lot of that was dumb luck. And a lot of that was because I was a white kid. If a kid of color would have committed half the crimes I did, they'd probably be in prison the rest of their life.
So you start this organization. How many members was it strong?
At first, it was me and 3 friends. And we started a band right away. This whole thing was very like music driven. And I had been screaming in punk bands for a couple of years at that point, and I was pretty good at it. And so our band was like a magnet for every angry white kid in Milwaukee. And before long, it was 10 kids, 20 kids. We started getting the attention of the media. Important to understand, this is like the late 1980s. So it's pre-social media.
Right.
So we had to like really commit some serious vandalism or crimes to get the attention of a newspaper or like a local TV station. But once we did that, there was no such thing as bad publicity. No matter how stupid we looked, there was always people out there who sympathized with us, and they would, again, pre-internet, have to go through the hoops of like finding a post office box and writing a letter. It's such an archaic thing nowadays, but that's how we drew people in, and that's how we communicated as well.